I promise to share with you 3 major things that I manifested in my life with my journaling practice. I'm going to share them with you today while we walk around the beautiful Mount Botanical Gardens here in West Palm Beach, which is right next to the airport. So if you hear Trump and his crew flying over, because this is where they land apparently when he comes home to Mar-a-Lago, then that's the reason. What? What? It keeps what? What kind of noise? Really? You have on tights. What's itching? It's the heads. Let's go look at the heads. It's really beautiful out here. So it's botanical gardens, it's sculpture park, it's a lot of things going on, and I thought it was a perfect opportunity to talk about journaling. Why? Because, you know, manifestation and journaling and nature go hand in hand. And if you want to manifest something in life, this is kind of why I really love to start my year at water, like go to the beach and do my intentions for the year, write down my goals for the year, because journaling and nature, you know, when they tell you to go outside and touch grass, they go hand in hand. So I'm going to tell you about 3 things that I manifested through journaling, 3 big things, because I've done a lot through journaling, but I have 3 big things that stick out for me, and we're going to talk about them in this video. But let's walk around some more. It's beautiful out here.
That's not what they're doing. That's not what they're doing either. Don't touch it. Oh, sorry. I thought you were reaching your hand up to touch it. I don't know. One day Eddie saw a cactus and he was like, I wonder if they actually hurt, and just slammed his whole hand into it.
Ow!
Exactly. He's pretty tall.
I don't think it's this one. I think it's these. Look, an allspice tree. See? What is this called? World Schooling, teaching Munchkin where pimentos come from. Anyways, so the first thing that I want to talk about is I remember when I wanted to manifest 10,000 US dollars, and it was for Christmas, and I just had it on my mind that I was gonna manifest this big goal, and I chose $10,000 because it was a big goal. Like, this is a stretch goal for me. I don't think I ever had, it was supposed to be $10,000 spending money, so I don't think I ever had like that amount of money to just blow in my life before. And I was like, so I was writing in my journal, I have this $10,000. I was writing what I was gonna use it to do. You know, I was listing out all the things that I would do for me and my baby girl with this 10,000 US dollars. And then here's how I manifested. This is why I chose this story first, because this is why you have to be careful with how you manifest. You have to be very specific. But I get an email or a notification from my bank, or not even my bank, I was not banking with them at the time, that they're gonna send me a credit card. And the credit card had a $1 million Jamaican dollar limit, which at the time was close to the equivalent of 10,000 US dollars. And I was ecstatic. I was like, I manifested it. But I didn't want it as a credit card. Like, I have to pay back this money. What? And so that's why I say you have to be really specific with how you manifest, because I was supposed to definitely say it's supposed to come in a fun way, which it was, because I did not apply for this credit card. I soon tell you how I got it. So this is in my 20s, do you know how I got the credit card? I was car shopping. I went car shopping, and I'm looking at these cars, and I went to one of these car places that have like bank reps in-house. I signed up the form. They determined that I am not qualified for the car. Many months later, they called me to give me this credit card that I guess would have been attached to the car loan, because when I did eventually get a car, same thing happened to me. I got a credit card with, you know, them open up their account and give you a credit card same time, because they want you to spend off all your money and then pay you back and put in a debt. Anyways, I just remember thinking to myself that I manifested this, but that was my first big lesson in how to manifest. You have to be more specific with your asks to make sure you get exactly what you want, because now I'm in debt. Well, not now, that was a long time ago. I would have been in debt for what I definitely could not have afforded at the time. But that was very fun though, the way how it happened. I even remember the day I'm waiting to get the call that the credit card is ready for pickup, because in Jamaica they're not mailing out credit cards to you. And I remember it was like the weekend before Christmas, and I was like, sure, I'm just gonna manifest this. I'm just gonna put on my clothes and go up there. And I put on my clothes, and I'm walking downstairs to go in the car, and I get the call, credit card's ready, come pick it up. I was like, see that? I'm a genius. I'm a magician, like Midas touch. I'm a wizard. But anyway, story number 2 of how I actually manifested my car. Actually, story number 2 is how I manifested my apartment. So at the time I was living with my parents again. This time Munchkin was very young, and I went back home to live with my parents so I could have help. But now, you know, she's grown enough. I think she was like 4 when we moved, or maybe 5. I don't remember exactly the dates. But I'm ready to go back on my own. I knew then that I could not live with my parents long term. So I write in my journal exactly the type of apartment that I want. I said it needs to have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I wrote that I was specific enough, because I'm learning this time. It was specific enough that I even wrote, I don't want the bedrooms to share a wall. I wrote that it must have a water tank, because in Jamaica, you know, we have water issues from time to time. So I was like, the apartment must have dedicated water tank. And I didn't mind if it didn't have a pool. I wrote even that I wanted it to be in a complex with other children that Munchkin could play with. And I didn't mind if it had a pool or not. That wasn't a must for me. So time comes to start looking, and I'm looking for apartments, and you know, I'm going through this. There's a time difference between when I wrote that in the journal and when I'm looking for apartments. Like when in my frustration, I had written down what I wanted in an apartment, and then there was some time lapse, like a few months, and then I was like, all right, I'm ready for an apartment. Let's go on the road and start looking. And I found an apartment, and I paid down for the apartment, and I did not remember everything that I wrote down until I went back in my journal and I read it, and I was so shocked how specific it worked out. There was a girl just downstairs who was close to Munchkin's age. It had 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. The bedrooms were on either side of the living room. It was in a very nice complex. It was very affordable. It had a water tank in the unit laundry area, and it did not have a pool. So if I really wanted a pool, I should have written down, a pool is very important to me, but because I was so wishy-washy on the pool, I didn't get a pool. But it blew my mind just how to the T everything that I wrote down that I wanted in my apartment checked off. Like, manifesting is a real thing. You can do it in your journal, write it down, and watch it come to fruition. Because sometimes, even when you don't see the how, that's not your business. That part isn't your problem. You just write down what you want and keep thinking on it. Keep focused on what you want, and you will see it come to life in front of your eyes, maybe in 2 weeks, maybe in 2 years, maybe in 20 years. It depends on how strong your belief is in the thing. But manifestation, oi, Florida at though. Me choose to come around Botanical Gardens, 12 o'clock, so Jesus. Anyway, let's keep walking. By the way, guys, these things on my glasses are game changers. I don't know if you saw the video of me reviewing these brand new tested glasses, prescription glasses that I got. They're quite heavy. Yeah, my prescription heavy. So they keep sliding down my damn face. But I bought a set of these little flap thingies that you just slide right on, and they go behind my ear, and it's been a very hot, sweaty day. They have done a wonderful job of keeping my glasses up on my face so I don't have to be poking them up every 5 seconds. Love these little things. I'm gonna leave the link in the description box if you're having the same problem. This frog exhibit that they have is called the Ribbit exhibit. It is so cute. It really adds a little spunk to the garden experience. So the story of how I manifested my car. I'm in corporate. I'm making a decent amount of money now, because even though I'm in corporate, I still have all my online side hustles going always. So I'm making a decent amount of money, and I'm saying to myself, I want a nice car now. Ever since you just start driving, I've always had the car I can afford. So I had a Nissan Pulsar at one point. I loved that car. I had a Tata. I had a Mazda Demio. I had an Uno. My very first car was a Fiat Uno, like one little buggy. I've had a lot of little buggies. But anyway, it's time to upgrade, and I want a car this time I choose, like, I want this car, not just a car that, okay, I have a budget and this is the only type of car I can get for my budget. You know what I mean? Still had a budget, of course, but I wanted to be able to choose a car and say I want this one, and I definitely wanted an SUV this time around. So I start the process. I'm going around, I'm talking with different bankers and looking for a car, and I'm not telling anybody. So I write down in my journal, I want this type of car. I don't think I put a brand. I think I maybe put a list of brands, like I want these, this and this. I put, I want an SUV. I put how much I want to pay. I put all of those things. I think I even put the color. Like I didn't want specific color cars. And so I'm going through the process, and I went to a car dealership, and the guy who is at one of the car dealerships is someone I went to college with. And so I'm like, yes, hook me up. And so he did. He gave me a great deal on an SUV. I even remember the day he called me back to be like, Mo, we only have it in a certain color, and I was like, are you crazy? I want that color. Give it to me. And I got my car. I remember the final day I went to the bank to sign the release papers, or the last papers, whatever papers, the final set of papers you sign at the bank so you can go to the car dealership and pick up your car. I go and I'm driving my little Tata, and I go and park beside one of the exact same cars, exact same colors that I was about to buy. I'm gonna put the picture here on the screen so you can see that picture, because I've kept that picture all these years. It was like just a little wink from the universe to say, I got you, I always got you. And it was just so special to me to see that manifestation come through. I got the SUV that I wanted. It was in my budget because I got a deal from my friend. It was a color that I wanted. Oh, I really, really, really love that SUV too. I love that little van, you see. I think I cried, I shed a tear when I sold that car to go to Mexico. Child, child, me and that car has been through some things. But that is a story of 3 major things that I manifested with my journal. Man, I remember when I drove it. This is how much I was manifesting that car. I remember when I drove it to work, the very same day that I picked it up from the dealership. I told my best friend, meet me at work, because I worked at a sports bar. I said, meet me at work. And she said, why walk on? I'm saying, don't worry about it, meet me at work. And I called another girlfriend of ours, and I said, let's meet up at work. I'm going to buy everybody a bottle of wine. We're going to celebrate it. She's like, celebrate what? Don't worry about it. Meet me at work. So everybody turned up at work, and we're clinking and we're celebrating. I'm still don't know what I'm going to celebrate yet. We go outside to the parking lot, and we're walking to my old car because I'm still don't know my back car. And I passed the van that I just bought, and I say, girl, take a picture of me beside my van, because me, I manifest this one. And she took the picture. She took the picture, and then I just pop, I opened it with. She was more excited than me. When I take out the key and just pop and open it, she started screaming. She was so happy for me. And when I left the dealership, I left it with the 2 front seats still in plastic. The 2 of us like ripping the plastics off the seat, like, yes, you did it. And she was saying to me like, yeah, work, big job all long now. We are take so long to buy one car. And I'm like, I had to get all my bricks in a row, But yeah, happy moments of things that have happened for me with manifestation, with journaling. So this is why I'm such a big advocate of journaling, especially journaling in the concept of creating the life that you desire, like writing out the story of your life, the things that you want, even when you don't see the how yet, because life has a way of doing its thing and bringing it to you when you need it. So let's keep the high vibrations going. If you have a manifestation story or a journaling story, please share it with me in the comments. I absolutely eat this stuff up. I love to read a manifestation story, child. My name is Monique. My name is Monique from Kingston. I will see y'all in the next video. I really hope y'all enjoyed the Mount Botanical Gardens in West Palm Beach.